So you have gold, whether it's bullion, collectibles, and or jewelry. But how do you sell it and get the most bang for your buck without getting robbed? Hey everyone, welcome to Campbell's Coins. Before we start, I wanted to talk about selling gold as a topic in general for a quick second. I don't hit on this topic much because I don't flip metals. I buy and hold gold because it's more important to me than physical cash. It's insurance, it's wealth outside the system, among a host of other things. That being said, I understand people have to sell occasionally, and I'm not against selling parts of your stack to upgrade to a better coin, or to even better investments, assuming the timing is right. Right now, for me, a safe asset is gold, and this is where I'm keeping my wealth. If you want to find out why I'm like this,
why are you the way that you are?
I have a slew of videos explaining why holding precious metals is good for you and future generations. Now, I wanted to build on my video from Monday. Monday's video was part 1 of 2, maybe 3 of an interview with my coin shop, Avenue Coin, and we discussed selling gold. But one aspect we didn't cover much were the different ways one could sell their gold. This video will attempt to cover these ways, as well as the pitfalls you might come across. Private party. Selling in person has loads of risk. You don't know the other person, but you're meeting them with thousands of dollars worth of precious metals. This puts yourself in a position to potentially be robbed. Maybe you're followed home and robbed after the meet. Be smart going about this route. Vet the person. Meet in a public space. I know Vertical Stacker has a video discussing how he traded silver for gold and met people at his local police department and did the trades in the parking lot. Vert, if you're watching this, please bring back your videos, man. They are deeply missed. I don't want to dissuade people. What I'm mentioning here is the extreme end. I have had many in-person selling experiences that went smoothly. No issues, and the people I was dealing with were really nice. But please be smart when getting into unknown situations. Don't meet at your residence. Meet at your local police station parking lot. Many police stations have a section set aside just for meeting strangers for deals. Wait, that sounds wrong. This section of the parking lot is often covered with a security camera and it is in plain view. What can you do if you don't want to meet a stranger? Another way to sell your gold is online, whether the Facebook Marketplace, Instagram, whatnot, eBay, or a host of other apps. This method is nice because folks in these communities are specifically looking for gold to buy, and instead of dealing with a few individuals on Craigslist within your area, your reach online has greatly expanded. With these online methods, you're going to want to make sure you get the money up front. Lots of due diligence is required here. I've been on Instagram under this channel name for a little over 4 years, and I've pretty much seen it all. You want to vet buyers as much as the sellers. Some of my friends have had buyers file fraud claims with Venmo or PayPal after their package was mailed out. These companies often side with the buyer, and as a seller, you could be out of cash and your metals. Again, I've had many pleasant experiences with hundreds of people online and only a couple of issues when I was buying. Reviews are a good way to vet the person, as are references. On Instagram, it's normal for people to either ask the buyer or the seller to provide references. If they won't, move on. It's not worth the risk. Ask for references on any app. Let's say you trust the person and they trust you. You ship the metals and that darn postal employee Chad steals them. Now you and the other person are out of your metals and you're out cash because you need to refund the buyer. Again, this isn't the norm, but certainly a possibility. Selling private party, whether in person or online, will probably give you the most cash for your gold, but there are some risks. If you're relatively unknown within any sort of community and you don't have a huge following or trust, it could be difficult to sell. So you want to keep that in mind. Auction sites like eBay or Great Collections are great for selling collectible coins, but not really the best for selling bullion. Using these auction sites, you'll take a hit in seller's fees, but it does give you a larger venue for selling, That's a larger audience, and it provides a little bit of security. One thing of note, like selling on eBay, they're going to side with the buyer a lot of the time, and as the seller, you're kind of SOL. One of the biggest pieces of advice I can give you when selling online is package up your gold like an onion. Layer after layer of packaging to prevent theft. The next thing to do is to ship that gold out either next day, 1 day, or 2 day. The longer your package is out in the wind in transit, the greater the chance of theft or something happening to it. Insurance is your friend, but you need to really vet to see if they're covering precious metals. If you're shipping priority mail with the post office, it's not going to be covered. You have to ship it registered mail with the post office in order for your precious metals to be covered by insurance. So just do some research. I have a couple of videos covering shipping precious metals, and check those out if you want more info and details. Another avenue for selling gold is to an online bullion dealer. You might think, okay, I'm dealing with a gold dealer here, I'm going to get more money for it. Not necessarily. You will more than likely get bottom dollar for your gold, whether bullion or collectible. I've never sold any gold jewelry to an online dealer, and actually I haven't sold anything to an online dealer. I just know from friends' experiences. And I don't know if they actually buy the scrap gold. And you can certainly ask them. They might ask for photos to see the condition of your coins or bars, but like a pawn shop, the amount of cash they are willing to give you will be on the low end unless you are doing probably a lot of business continuously with them, or you're a content creator and you already have rapport with them or sponsorship. Most of you don't have that, so you're going to get bottom dollar. And just like with selling online, you're shipping your metals, so there is some risk there with shipping. Another annoyance, especially if you need the cash immediately, is there can be a wait time before receiving your funds. You can ship next day, 1 day, but the online dealer still has to process your package, verify the metals, then they pay you. Payment might be a physical check, which has to be shipped back out to you, adding more time. Or it could be direct deposited into your account once the gold is verified. Either way, you don't get cash immediately, so keep that in mind. This leads us to the best method for selling your gold, and that is in person to a coin shop or pawn shop. Out of these two, a coin shop will more than likely give you better pricing just because of the nature of the two businesses. I've included the pawn shop in this category only because it is relatively a safe transaction and you get cash immediately. But I don't advise going through a pawn shop unless it's a good one. As my interview with Avenue Coin covered, some coin shops only buy gold bullion, some shops only buy numismatic collectible coins, and some, like Avenue Coin, buy both gold bullion, numismatics, plus scrap jewelry. You're not going to get top dollar for your gold because that shop has overhead costs and margins to contend with, but you're getting a fair price depending upon the shop. I feel you're getting a lot of peace of mind when selling to one of these establishments. You don't have to worry about security as much. You're getting instant payment, depending upon the volume, of course. You certainly don't have to worry about your gold going missing or being stolen mid-shipment. And as I've pointed out in previous videos, peace of mind can sometimes be priceless. And I'd rather get a little less as long as I'm getting peace of mind. As Jerry mentioned in our interview, shop around. Go out and find the better deal with the shops in your area. Once you found a shop that gives you a good deal, stick with them and build that relationship. Shops are more likely to give better deals to repeat customers than random people with one-off encounters. As with anything, there will be a few bad apples in each of these selling methods. Do your due diligence and be smart about selling. I received a very favorable response to Monday's video, and many people are asking for part 2, so expect to see a part 2 of our interview soon. Avenue Coin and I spoke for nearly an hour, so I might have enough content for part 3. I hope this video has helped you figure out the best method for selling your gold. I've said this before, but it's worth repeating. I don't advocate for selling your gold. Use your cash reserves before dipping into your stack. But if you need to sell, at least you have this info to figure out the best way for you. Your time is your most precious asset, and I appreciate you spending it here with me. Thank you all for watching. This is Campbell's Coins, and that's my 2 cents.